Alright boys, we're back this time again with some more Risk of Rain 2 lore, and today we're going to be discussing the wasteland, the wetland aspect rather. And this is going to be pretty extensive because it involves two other pieces of lore, mainly Nukuhana's opinion and the ceremonial dagger. So let's get right into it, and thanks for all the support you guys been showing lately. Looking at the 3D model, basically you guys know what the wetland aspect looks like. It's a marshy wasteland, old broken pillars, freaking trees, swamps, and just swampy area in general, a lot of water. Alright, moving on to the flavor text, it basically reads, yeah, I had to. I had no choice. Marion knew, and she was always so much stronger than all of us. And it worked, it really did. Marion saved all of us, the dagger. It saved Pew and Larson and Dylan and Carney and Stevens. But Pew saw. He saw and he didn't understand. How could he? I tried to tell him. I ran over to him, but I couldn't convince him otherwise. And he was so crazy. He wouldn't shut up, and the golems were coming, and the dagger. There was no choice. Everyone was real somber that night. We lost Hitchcock and Marion and Pew. Real somber. Later on, Carney found the book from a nearby chest, and it really all made sense. It did. I knew why Marion had that dagger, and why I had to be the one to kill her. And Carney, he was too strong. I couldn't risk him not understanding. He wouldn't understand. But Carney was big. Everyone else would have known. So that night after I killed him, I went and took his body to the altar. And I hid the altar right at the edge of the cliff, between two clusters of roots, in a cave underneath. And in that cave, I worshipped her concepts. The rest, well, they were so old and tired. They were just gifts for Nukuhana, and she loved them. Weishan. Okay, so basically from the flavor text, well, the lore text and the wetland aspect, Weishan is the one telling the lore aspect, basically. So basically these are a group of survivors. They're in the wetland aspect, and they get ambushed by a bunch of golems, and they're, dying. Someone is killed. So Marion has the ceremonial dagger, and if you guys know what the ceremonial dagger does, when you kill something with it, it creates homing daggers that attack your enemies. So Marion tells Weishan to stab her with the dagger to kill them, to kill her, which will basically save them. And she screams at her to do it. And Weishan does this and kills her, and the ceremonial dagger starts or saves them at this point. But Pew sees Weishan kill Marion with the dagger, and he doesn't understand. She says he's going crazy. You're getting ambushed by golems. People in your team have died. You guys are possibly dying. I would definitely be going crazy too. So she feels like she has no choice, and she kills Pew with the dagger as well. So they survive this encounter. And they are later that night. Weishan talks about how Carney found a book in a chest. And that book is the book that you read about in Nukuhana's opinion, the flavor text for that. And the book is a religious text called the Netormet. And basically it reads, if you guys haven't watched the video already, it just basically speaks on Nukuhana's, basically their religious idea or ideal, and how they have to kill, you have to kill the strong and kill other people or living things, so that the world doesn't become bloated or overflowing with life. Otherwise you can't really live, because there's too many people or living things in the world or in that place. So beings that are really strong, or people that are really strong, they believe that you should kill them, or just kill in general, so that the world is in balance, and that you keep in balance with her concepts, basically, if that makes sense to you guys. So basically from there, in the last part, Weishan continues. She talks about how she kills Carney, because Carney was too big and strong. And she brings Carney down to the altar, and that's in the wetland aspect. If you go between the two roots, you guys know the secret altar that's in between the roots down there. If you go down there, basically, that's where she killed Carney, and she took his body there to worship Nukuhana's concepts, or to consume her concepts rather. So she kills Carney down there, takes his body down there, hides it down there. And the rest of them, the only people that were left, she doesn't really mention, there's only Stevens and I think Dylan left. unless there's more people we don't get to hear about. She kills them or they die, because she says, well, they were gifts for Nukuhana anyway, so they die basically, or she kills them basically at some point, or she sets them up to kill them, and she talks about consuming her concepts. So basically somehow Wei Shan maybe is indoctrinated or just becomes like a disciple to Nukuhana and their religion, or whatever religious belief that the Naturmet transmits, because she kills, her half a team or her whole team of survivors because she says she consumes her concepts, which basically means she's, practicing that religious way. So that entitles her, or, instructs her to kill others to keep balance within the world. But that's actually really crazy because, the items in Risk and Reign are usually nothing can usually none of the items in Risk and Reign cause the survivors to act, usually crazy. They're non-items, non-spiritual or non-detrimental items. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the lore video. Hopefully when they come out with the winter update, they'll add more survivor logs or just more lore logs in general. I'm really hyped to do that, to do videos on those. And if you guys want to see me on Twitch, play Risk and Reign with me or anywhere, my Twitch is down in the description. Leave the other videos in the description, and like, sub, share, and I appreciate you guys. Good night.